hello, and welcome to Grown Ass Women TV. Thanks for being here, everybody. And thank you for using that official GAW TV hashtag when discussing our fabulous show. And you should be. I mean, come on.
Hello.
Come on. As Lisa wags her finger. The finger of
that's way too 2021. Now it's 2022. You got to hashtag that shit.
Get yourself together and use that GAW TV hashtag, by God, as our friend JR would say. But before we get into our fabulous episode today, which is going to be so much fun, do us a favor and like this video. Give us a thumbs up, a manicured thumbs up, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Make sure that you are subscribed right here on YouTube as a member of Team GAW. And finally, our favorite part, click that bell icon right in my ear. Ow. Click that bell icon carefully to enable notifications so you never miss a future updated episode of GAW TV.
Oh, you got that right. You know what I'm really looking forward to, we have coming up, is a special birthday extravaganza for one of our favorite sisters, Lisa. So excited, which we are inviting all of the top tier members of our Patreon to. It's a live Zoom after party, which everybody's been dying for us to bring them back. You know? But we're
what a
bringing
great
them back.
excuse to bring them back. Lisa's birthday.
We got to celebrate. We're going to celebrate
February 9th. My birthday's February 10th, but we're going to do the live party like right after our GAW episode, right? The top of the hour. The top of the hour to you.
Yeah. So get on over to patreon.com/GAW TV.
Yes,
exactly. And they have to subscribe. They have to be a member in January to get
February. Just a disclaimer, top tier hashtag gorgeous patrons only will be invited to this very chic, very exclusive Zoom after party. So like Lisa said, make sure that you're a top tier member in January to get this special perk on February 9th. It's live, it's interactive. It's basically like this, but just everyone in squares. It's like you're on GAW TV and it's interactive and so much fun.
You gotta come up with a theme. Yeah. It's
we need a theme. We need a theme.
Birthday girl's choice.
Type it below. Suggestions.
Ooh, suggestions.
Type it below. Hello to everyone in the live chat below, by the way. We love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
You say below. My live chat's on the side. That's so funny. That's why I always look to the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you guys are wondering why I'm wearing the beanie. Because we have a special perk.
What is it?
On our Teespring. We have a discount, $10 off. You can get a GAW TV beanie.
Beanie.
We should have all wore beanies today.
I know, we should have bought ourselves one. That was silly.
I know. $19.99. Yeah, it's a limited time for that special price. And the link is down here in the description.
Yeah.
So do it. It's on
our
sale.
Store has
on sale.
On sale, limited time. They're going like hotcakes, y'all.
Yeah, literal flapjacks
flying off the shelves. Whoa, look out! There comes another beanie from GAW TV.
Flying flapjack.
Flapjack. You can also get this GAW TV pillow. We have some amazing designs on the store. There's a lot there. You can represent Team GAW. You can. There's actually even a GAW chat room shirt, which is one of my favorites as well. We have fanny packs, t-shirts, and we're creating new merchandise all the time. So as Lisa said, get on it. Yeah.
You know what else? You guys can comment below about what kind of merch you think that we should do next. I was saying socks. I thought you guys would want our face on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
For all your foot fetish people.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that, but I have the cutest little pair of socks that have Butch's face all over them, and I love them.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes. If you've
you
ever
wore it on
wanted
one of our GAW
faces,
episodes.
Yeah, our faces in the vicinity of your feet or vice versa. This is the merchandise for you. Let's just put it out there. I made it real weird, but you know what? Not weird.
Or a Tumblr.
We're on the subject now. Everyone, like people will, I'll do like a shoofy Saturday, which is about shoes, PS. And people will go, oh, feet, blah, blah, blah. And people try to shame them. And it's like, if you like feet, that's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Put some toes in the sand.
Yeah. It's the way God made you. They get you from A to B.
I haven't seen a manicure or pedicure person in a long time, so you will not want a picture of my feet.
Prove it. No, I'm kidding. God.
Prove it.
Well, speaking of an amazing feat, what a journey it's been. Segue to get this royal patron on to GAW TV. We talk about grown-ass women, okay? This is sheer royalty. One of my personal favorites. Even before I met this lovely lady Our guest this evening is none other than Queen Sharmell. I'm always going to call her Queen Sharmell.
She is a
Real.
Bow before the queen. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GAW TV, Sharmell.
I can't wait to see what her hair looks like. I'm just like a big.
Oh my God, you're
Look how gorgeous.
I was just talking with no video on. Story of my life.
Girl, with
You
a
look
face like that, you
gorgeous.
need that video on.
You look gorgeous.
Thank
As
you.
always.
I miss all of your faces.
We
miss
miss
your
you.
face too. Your little glass. Oh my God. Thank
Oh
you
my
so much
gosh.
for joining us here. She already knows. Look, we're so excited to have you. It's been a long time coming. I just saw a book recently and I was like, oh my God, we'll get to all of that, but we love you so much. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I love all of y'all. You know that.
We're honored that you would be
We
here.
love
The
you
first
more.
question, of course, to welcome you on. I see you're ready already. Who
Oh,
you
yes.
wearing? What you drinking?
So I am wearing my lovely Pop-Tarts
Yes.
pajamas from Walmart.
Love Walmart.
And I am sipping on some cranberry juice just because I have to pick the kiddos up soon, so I don't want to be wasted.
I know.
It looks
It's a
scrumptious.
wine
It's
glass,
like
though.
wine.
It's really good for your digestion and,
There you
UTIs,
go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Well,
But the
I'll-
wine glass makes me feel better, makes me feel like I'm doing something.
Mhm.
I'm doing hot cocoa, so I feel you.
Love it.
Hot cocoa
Love it.
because it started snowing today and the whole state of Tennessee shut down. And
Oh
a
my
cute little sweatshirt with a ribbon, but my fleece, I think these might be from Walmart, maybe Target. Fleece.
There you go. Target.
Walmart. I miss
Target.
Walmart so much.
Yeah.
Lisa, I'll have you go next because I want to know where that hat's from because I think I need one.
Oh, I got this hat. You know what? I don't even know where I got this purchase from, but it's so freaking cold in my apartment, you guys. In San Diego, like the old buildings don't have air conditioning or heaters.
Right.
And no parking. So I was so cold. I just put the sweater on my dog. And I was just wearing just a long sleeve onesie in my are these Lulus? Maybe a Lulu's. Who
Mm.
knows? Maybe a Walmart
Yeah.
brand. But yeah, I'm just very casual, but I am
I love
partaking
your
in a
necklace.
little. Thank you. I got this at a Comic-Con. Tree of
Oh.
Life, and it has all the crystals.
Awesome.
Crystals.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
Mhm.
So pretty, right? Guess how much?
Free 99.
Nope. $5.
Really?
At
$5.
Comic-Con.
$5 fine.
I told the girl, I go, what are you doing? You're losing money. She was
Yeah.
telling me, she was telling me how much it cost to make. I go, no one needs to know this. I would have bought it for $20,
Yeah.
for a Comic-Con price. But I am partaking in, I'm getting my vitamins in. I'm drinking vodka, water, and a little Mio with the vitamin B, C, and D.
It's good to
I'm
hydrate.
getting my
you know.
hydration in.
Yeah, very good, very good. I'm just on the vodka Red Bull, sugar-free, for those keeping score at home, sugar-free if you're nasty. And I'm actually really excited to tell you about who I'm wearing because this was an amazing Christmas gift, and it's actually from Amazon, but it's from a designer named Joshua Skakari. He's an Australian designer, and he has a sustainable startup in London and called Love Hero, and he was on Making the Cut on Amazon.
Nice.
That I love. So he's an
What?
amazing designer. Yes, I thought you'd appreciate that, Lisa. 'cause
What,
you were
what
watching too.
season? What season?
The most recent one.
You know, I've
Okay.
seen on Amazon recently where they've been doing all like designer fashions. They're popping, obviously I go on Amazon too much, but where they pop up, especially around the holidays, they started popping it up where
Yep.
you can buy,
The winning look.
designer fashion now on Amazon.
Yep. So the winning look,
Winning
everything that wins each episode, you can then go buy on Amazon. I mean, the show was made for me. They tell me what to buy. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. And I love everything they all make because they're so talented. But Joshua Skakari, if you look him up, I'll put the info in the description. He's amazing. Love Hero is the brand. He's Australian, but they're based in London. So yeah. Thanks, Joshua Skakari.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Josh. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So like Sharmell, you're doing so much recently. Like, so freaking, I have so many questions and we had to narrow it down because our show, we try to do it in 30 minutes. And I want to ask about the wrestling, your like reality of wrestling.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm torn between that and your dance background and you being Miss Gary, Indiana, Black Gary, Indiana, where Michael Jackson is born. And Do you remember I used to come to your house in Louisville, Kentucky in OVW, and we used to drink wine and I could listen to you. You're a great storyteller. I can imagine.
We were double trouble. So yeah.
Yes, we were.
Right.
We were. We got these tops made and I glued it and I put glitter on it. One of us was wearing double and then trouble. And it never made the magazines. Go figure.
Go figure. That's all right.
That's their loss.
That's so funny.
But tell us about your reality wrestling.
Yeah, so we're actually one of the largest independent wrestling companies out there. We do weekly shows that you can catch on our YouTube channel. If you just go to our website, realityofwrestling.com, you can click the link and see the next superstars of the future. That's what we're in the business of, training the next superstars. You know, Booker and I love the business, so it's our way to give back and, you know, still stay in it some sort of way. So yeah, we're just really excited about our shows.
Well, and you guys have produced a lot of talent that have gone and done, like gotten signed, or isn't Roxy? She was the Ring of Honor. She's the Ring of Honor champion right now. You guys have been doing, you follow. That's the beautiful thing about social media is that you can kind of Instagram stalk everybody and see what they're keeping up to. I'm so proud. I saw a headshot you put. That's what I told Booker. I was like, "What is this headshot Sharms put out the other day?" And he's like, "Oh, because you're doing your acting and stuff again as well."
Acting.
So
I'm back to acting. I just did a regional commercial, so it'll be in the southern region rather. So I just did that. I did a mini series that's going to be on Hulu. Can't say too much about it out, but hopefully you'll have me back so I can give you the scoop.
Yes.
I did a movie that'll be out in August of 2022 called Wonder London. So yeah, I've just been doing my thing.
Oh man.
A true
actress a long time ago, Sharmell.
Yeah, just picking it right back up. So
yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. And I have to say, I also have seen quite a bit of reality of wrestling because working with Fight TV, I got to see some really amazing things. And like Mickie said, you guys, I mean, have such an eye for talent. Obviously, who better than you and Booker to be finding the diamonds in the rough? But we have a lot of aspiring professional wrestlers and professional wrestling managers, which we need to talk about that as well. Hello, Lost Art, and Sharms totally. Yeah, hello. But there's so many people that want to be a part of the wrestling business. So for you and for Booker, what are you looking for in the next superstar? Is it kind of an intangible star quality? Do they have to be professional? Is it an amalgamation of a few things?
Well, it's a lot of stuff. First of all, we kind of are old school in our thinking. So we want people to be open-minded, close your mouth, open your ears, listen. I mean, you have a two-time Hall of Famer here who's trying to impart some knowledge, right? To give back to the next generation. So just listen, soak it up. Of course, we love those people who are naturally athletic, but you also have to bring some entertainment to the situation because that can sustain your career, right? You can be entertaining longer than you can run around and flip and bump and all of this kind of stuff. So, we're really looking for people who are well-rounded and just willing to learn. We're a family at Reality of Wrestling, so each one helps the next one. You got to be a team player and just, come in and be ready to work, ready to learn. That's all we ask.
Yeah. I love it.
That's what, that's an old saying. Like when people say, "Can you give me advice of wrestling?" I'm like, ears open, mouth shut. You just you just listen. If you disagree, you don't talk back. You just go, "Okay, I'm going to take your input. Then you're a difficult worker, right? If you talk back.
So,
does Booker T say, "Hell of a future"? What is it? Hell of a body, hell of a future.
He does all the time.
He's the best. I always use the word gentleman. Such a gentleman. Every time you see him, just such a wonderful person in and outside of the ring, of course, superstardom aside. But you mentioned, kind of the longevity of wrestlers having to be entertaining because, every match could be your last match. Unfortunately, injuries are so common. And even if you've had a great run, like Booker in his commentary is just flawless. And I think that's something to be said that people don't always think about what comes after the physical aspect of wrestling. But that's something that you know about too, Sharmell, having, all these amazing talents in your repertoire, acting, music, dancing. So is that something that you look for too, that they just don't have this myopic view of, "Oh, I'm just going to wrestle and that's it"?
Absolutely. We're really different in how we run things at our wrestling school. We make sure that people plan for, we hate to say it this way, but the end. You know, we talk to them about financial advisors. We talk to them about trying to figure out what their passion is so that once wrestling is over, they can continue to do something that they still love. Because, you know, they always say, as long as you're doing something that you're passionate about, it's not like working. You're having fun and you'll always be able to do whatever that is. So we talk to them about long-term stuff, real life. And Booker always says, as long as we're producing great human beings, then we've done our job. The wrestling is secondary because you're only going to have that for a portion of your life. Unless, again, you know, that you build on the entertainment aspect of it or learn something else to do, because your in-ring time will come to an end. That's just, you know, the fact of it. So yeah, we really preach long-term.
I love that.
That's so smart. That's so woke. I mean, that's not how it was even when I was coming up and doing indie shows and stuff. It was, nobody was thinking about long-term plans or what else am I good at. I think people just have that view of like, well, I have to make it to this company and then every problem of mine is going to be solved. And that is really not the case, not the way to look.
And also, like, I wish people said, save your money, right, Sharmell? That we were like, don't blow your, like, all your money, like on these labels and stuff. You need to plan for the future. You know, because you never know when you're going to tear a knee or break your arm or just be out of the business.
Exactly. I just remember, I think it was Steve Kearns who was saying one day, talking to all of us saying, you know, listen, you really need to save your money because what are most wrestlers qualified to do? Mow lawns? And that just, it cracked me up on the one hand, but then it hit home on the other.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, you know, this is so true. We really need to save our money and be smart and strategical about our career and what comes after. So yeah, absolutely. Because you never know.
You never know. And you should be in, like, if you have reached that point of success where you're actually making money, you should be investing in other avenues that can make you money after wrestling, right? Because there's always going to be after wrestling. And that's the thing, is you never want to plan for that. Like, it's like a weird thing, but you do have to set yourself up. And that's why I love that you always have dabbled in other things, from being a backup dancer for James Brown. What the heck? Oh my God.
So,
that's so cool.
Okay. Remember, I wanted to ask guys, like, I just have to ask about the backup dancer. You know, I wanted to be a backup dancer for Usher, and I want to be a flagger on Living Color. So how you were a backup dancer for James Brown and all these amazing R&B and like hip hop artists. I'm so infatuated with that because that's what I wanted to be when I was growing up.
That is so funny. I never
aspirations.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny because Usher actually, and I can't even remember the name of the dance move, but he's the one who taught me this one particular dance move. And I kept asking him, I know I was getting on his nerves, but I was like, please show me how to do this, because we were all in the dance studio together. And so he was very, very patient. You know, we used to be really, really good friends. I just lost touch with him down the road, but he taught me how to do this one dance step. And then I tried to audition for the Fly Girls, didn't make it. But here's the thing, you keep going, right? You always keep going. So made it to tour with James Brown, and actually touring with him was amazing because I traveled to more places than I did even with wrestling. So I've seen the world 2, 3, 4 times over.
Yeah.
And then again with wrestling. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
I remember asking you about that when we were touring. I think we were on a Europe tour or something. And I think that's when I first found out. I was like, what the? Yeah, that is so freaking cool. Yeah, but I'm going to say that you and Book together, Book is such a great commentary, Lisa, but some of my favorite commentary was the behind the scenes, like the backstage at the monitor commentary.
Oh my
yes. Oh my God. I'm having flashbacks in Impact Wrestling. Oh, the unfiltered versions were golden.
It is so good. But you two together were like the perfect package together. Like that was just gold.
Booker, that's one of the things I'm talking about. Booker set himself up for that. So he sat in front of the monitor, started doing commentary. You know, people backstage got the benefit of it. Yes, it was hilarious. But lo and behold, then he transitioned into commentating. You have to be ready, be prepared, and see what sticks. If you want to stay in the wrestling business, see what sticks, you know, and that's what Booker did. So that's amazing. I just continued on with the acting, you know, because that's what I was doing in the ring. Being Queen Sharmell, that was like one of the highlights of my life. And I loved it.
Mine too.
Yeah. Seriously, one of the most iconic like manager roles of all time. I honestly
Yeah.
believe that at times. Like it was so different. That's what I said. The dynamic of you two together was so different than anything else that had been done. It was like that old Macho Man Elizabeth kind of vibe all over again.
It was
Yeah.
classy. It was chic. It was elevated.
Totally.
It was polished. I mean, I said before you even came on, I'm like, I'm gonna fangirl because, and I know you and I love you. I call her Lucky Charms for those also keeping score at home.
And I call you Mini Me. I call you Mini Me because I've always loved your style. Yes,
I am
ma'am.
honored. I am honored. But yeah, that's something that spoke to me. And I mean, even to be around it in person, it was just like, I just was in awe. I mean, you guys played it to perfection, and just you can just see the love there between the both of you as well. And I think that was something that was just, magical, really.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's like when she started, when she was doing manager, when we were in OVW together, she was way more athletic than I was, way better wrestler than I was. And it was shocking that where they kind of like guided you. And I was like, I thought like you were gonna you were such a great wrestler, man.
Well, you know what? You know what happened? I got in my own head. I'm gonna be quite honest because you're right. I have always been very athletic, and just the movement in the ring kind of spoke naturally to me. But for some reason, I got in my head and told myself that I could not do this, and it just started going downhill from there. So that was a great lesson to myself. If I believe I can do it and I work at it, then I can.
Yeah.
But if I'm telling myself, it's what's that saying? Whether you think you are or you aren't, you're right.
Yes.
So at that point, I was thinking, I'm not a wrestler. I can't do this. And I got in my head and I just became, in my opinion, very clumsy and awkward and just whatever, trying to do matches and got in my own head. So then I gravitated more towards managing, which, like you said, Val, is a lost art. But yeah, just if you have the confidence in yourself and you work hard at it, keep going. Don't let yourself get in your own way. That was my problem. But yeah, just go after it. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Now that is what our fans need to hear, because we talk about this all the time on the show, Lucky Charms, that mental health is finally being discussed. And I'm sure that, finally, exactly. And I feel like now it's cool to talk about your feelings. It's cool to say, like what you just said, can I be honest here for a second and share that with us? And I'm so glad that you did. Is that something that you're seeing in the students at Reality of Wrestling? Are they sort of a little more talkative, or are they more open now? I'm sure you give them an environment where they feel free to do so.
Absolutely. They're more open. And it's kind of funny to me because I never grew up that way, right? I always grew up with, you have to hide your feelings, suck it up, be a man, that kind of thing. Even if you're a woman, be a man about it. But there's something that's unhealthy in that. I think that if you hold it in, then you're causing harm to yourself. Go ahead and say something. Now say something respectfully, but go ahead and say something, release it. Let's talk about it, and then let's move forward. So we do provide that kind of platform for our students. A lot of our students call us mom and dad because they know they can come to us with their problems, and we definitely try to help them work through it. But mental health is so important, especially in the Black community. That was taboo. We were never allowed, I don't know if it was because of finances or lack thereof, but therapy was something that was taboo for, you don't go to therapy. What's therapy? Go take a nap, but it really is. It's so important to talk through your feelings, get some help before it's too late. So absolutely, we encourage that.
Yeah, that's so amazing to hear, because that's the one thing people always ask you, like when you're in the business, how can I be and my number one thing is like, you have to find a really good school, like do your homework and because schools like yours and places like that where people can learn healthily. And then you also bring in a bunch of people and do camps and seminars and stuff like that, where it's just like because you learn so much from different people, along the way. And I always believe that you have to learn from people who are better than you and keep doing that, and, but yeah, I mean, I remember the first school I started at, I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful for my start at Kaida Pro. I had fun the first year and a half there, but it got to the point where I was trying to teach people how to do a headlock. And I'm like, I'm still learning how to do a headlock like a year in, and it was just so I had to go relearn a lot of stuff over at a second school and then do the camps and stuff like Dory Funk and the Ricky Morton, Bobby Eaton camp, stuff like that to just kind of keep getting better. So I felt like had I had the proper school, I transferred to Maryland at the time, but had I had that foundation right from the get start, which I learned the basics, but there was just like little things that I had to go back. I just felt like it stagnated my growth for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, like
And do you feel like when people ask me, I did an appearance with Booker T at Stockton Con, and they're like, "Oh, do you have any recommendations for a school?" And I'm like, "Booker T is right there. Go over there." I go, "But don't forget to buy an 8x10 by me." I'm just kidding.
Of course,
I kept on
get that
skipping
sale,
everybody.
Lisa.
I want to be a wrestler. I want to be a manager. I go, "There's the guy to go talk to. Go talk to this guy." And it's crazy that when people are like, "Well, I live here. What school is here?" Do you realize we all picked up and moved to go to a good school when you are like, just like a college, you know, you want to go UCLA, you want to go to USC, and you're in North Carolina, you transfer, you got to go to the school where people that have made it, you know what I mean? And they think that something's in their backyard, which is baffling to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As you would say, Sharmell, it's trifling. It's trifling.
It's trifling.
Trifling.
It is trifling.
Stay out of the damn backyard, is what Lisa's trying to say.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sorry, Hardy Boys. It ended up great for them, but otherwise, don't do it.
Right.
Stay out of there. Before we go, tell all of the fans here that love you as much as we do, what's coming up for you and where they can find you on social media, because we want to stay updated with you doing all these amazing things.
Yeah, on Instagram and Twitter, you can find me, Real Sharmell. If anybody's on Facebook, I'm Sharmell Sullivan Huffman, but always check on realityofwrestling.com because you can see what I'm doing, what Booker's doing. And I just want to tell everybody, Booker and I, from the bottom of our hearts, appreciate all of the support throughout the years.
No.
I love
Cheers
that.
to that.
We
Cheers to
support you.
that.
We
Well,
love
I
you.
love you.
Raise a
I'm
glass
so
to the
happy
queen.
you're here.
Oh,
Well,
to the
I
queen,
hope
to
you all
the
have
queen.
me back because this is fun.
Of
Oh,
course. Oh my
fun.
God, anytime.
I do want to tell a story though, because there was you said like, "Oh, I didn't get the part." So I got a part on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, right? And I'm obsessed with that show. I know. I don't judge me. And they wanted to bring me out as one of the like trainers, like getting them all grapple and not really getting into it. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is my show." It's like you going to Drag Con or like your RuPaul, Val, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't get the part." I was heartbroken. And then I was watching it. And then David and my boyfriend, and he goes, "Oh, they have a wrestling segment." And it was Lita. And I was like, I was so jealous. I was like,
Damn
that
it,
was
Lita.
my part. That was my part. I could have drove to Palm Springs. I live in San Diego. And we even prepared, like, "Would you like to get driven? Do you want to fly out there?" And I go, "Whatever's the cheapest. I'm not high maintenance wrestling. We're not high maintenance people. Whatever you got. I just want to be part of the Bachelor Nation." And I didn't get it.
See?
We'll see, something better is meant for you. Something
Yes.
great, something bigger, whatever's meant for you is going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
going
that you
to.
use
Thanks,
the word
Sharmell.
perspective. That is really what it is. And that's
Yeah,
what it's
you're right.
all about. I believe that too. Perspective and being grateful. And just because you didn't get one thing, something's on the horizon for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
On our
All
horizon.
right. Maybe
is
I have a
more
spot
wide.
on botched plastic surgery.
You get beyond botched. Oh
Have you
man.
guys watched that? Botched?
Oh, I
Have you
can't.
said botched?
I can't.
Bad plastic surgery? Oh my God, that's my nightmare.
No, but Lisa, those are the Real House husbands, right? You know that.
Hmm?
They're the Real House husband. I'm the Real Housewives crazy fanatic. Those are the Real House husbands of the housewives that created Botched, that are on Botched.
Oh yeah, the husband, they're both two husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm bad with like
Did you
medical
see the
stuff,
ink?
so I
Did
can't.
you see the UK version? It's
No,
worse.
I won't watch any of that. You also
Don't.
watch that Doctor. I won't even say
Don't
it.
wanna
Dr.
watch it.
Pimple Popper. Yes, I love her.
I can't.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Oh,
does
you
Gail.
looked at
Every
you?
time I
Yes.
the Dr. Pimple
Yes.
Popper, Mickie, I'll like it and I'll see Gail Kim already liked the video. I go, "Oh, you beat me to Dr. Pimple
She's
Popper."
savage, that Gail Kim. No, I can't watch that.
I don't want any parts of that. I
No.
lose my lunch.
It's so gross. You have to look though.
I can't.
It's
She'll
like
send
rubbernecking.
She
Like,
knows
see,
I hate them, but she sends them to me anyway, and I still watch them. And then I'm like, "Why did you send me this?"
So there we
I'll
go.
tell
So
you
my
something though.
dream-
I can't eat chicken breasts anymore because of,
Stop.
when they like when the goiters and stuff like that, it looks like chicken breast,
Oh my God.
boneless chicken
Stop.
breast.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what that
Lisa.
is. I don't even know what that is.
like when they have growths, like,
Okay,
you know,
I
like
know.
or in the head.
No,
Oh my gosh.
usually we talk about food on this show, but this is now
Out of
the
the head, she
opposite,
said.
grossing
Hey.
everyone out.
You're welcome for letting me help you lose weight.
Yeah. Oh God. I love how my dream is to be on Drag Race and Lisa's over here with auditioning for Dr. Pimple Popper. She's like, hey, do me next.
It was Bunyan.
Oh, Bunyan. Bunions, dear Lord.
Oh,
On that note,
my God.
weirdly enough, we will say a final cheers to Sharmell. We want to keep you know you clearly you're a very busy lady, kicking ass as a grown-ass woman. Thank you for being here. We love you.
We love you, Sharmell.
All of you. Thank you.
All hail the queen.
All hail.
This is the word to go, yo.